Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of MSM Catholic High School. Basketball action between your MSM Lady Rockets and the Cash Lady Bulldogs. I'd like to welcome everybody from Cash here this evening. Look forward to the game tonight and the senior night here at MSM. We'll be honoring our seniors at halftime of this game and between games this evening. This time, Lord, please stand and remove your hats for opening prayer. And then remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. O Lord, please bless today's game, our opponent, Cash High School, our team, and all watching our play today. Thank you for the opportunity to compete and bring out the best in each other. May we play fair and hard. Please keep everyone safe and free of injury and harm. Lord, help these athletes put forth the same effort into personal holiness that they do in their sports. May they be good examples to imitate on and off the court. O Lord, always remind us that we are called to give our best in all aspects of our life while caring for others along the way. We pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Lady of Mercy. Let's introduce the starting lineup for tonight's game, beginning with the Cash Lady Bulldogs. Number 3, Avery Post. Number 4, Bella Copeland. Number 10, Christy Webster. Number 12, Kylie. And number 22, MC Memphis. And now let's start it for your MSM Lady Rockets. That's sophomore from Western Heights, number 2, Jasmine Jesse. Sophomore from Western Heights, number 4, London Gilbrock. A senior from Stroud, number 5, Genevieve Holland. A senior from St. Gilmary, number 10, Sienna Easley. And a senior from St. John, number 20, Kylie Ross. The coach of the Rocks is Billy James. This is by Matt Drive, and I said that, England.
All right, folks, we are moments away from the tip-off between the Cash Lady Bulldogs and the Mount St. Mary Lady Rockets. Is your PNTV doubleheader games of the day here, featuring 2 Class 4A teams in a matchup before district pairings and assignments begin in earnest. It'll be the next 4 weeks of championship basketball, all heading to the Jim Norick Arena for a final dance at the Big House. Tip is controlled by the Cash Lady Bulldogs. They will have the ball to start the game and will be down here in their corner. Post-up shot is no good. Rebound She'll try to box it back out, resets the play top of the key, and kicks it back out to the wing with the triple pass, resetting, driving, and unable to get into the paint. Kicks it back out. Jump shot is open. Shot number 2 is good. And it is a 3-point play to start the game. Nice jump shot from the far spot of the perimeter in the left corner. And Mount St. Mary will start the game with a 3-0 deficit. I'd like to thank our PNTV sponsor for today's game, the Town and Country RV Park. Just a reminder, at the halftime of the girls' game, there will be a homecoming presentation ceremony. At the halftime of the boys' game, we will be recognizing a student athlete with an All-State Player Award for the previous fast pitch softball season. Shot is no good. And potential turnover, and goes the way of the Lady Rockets. Going to be off her outstretched fit. Maintains possession of the ball. She'll kick it in. And nails the shot. So the teams trade trays here early on. We have our tie ball game 3-3. She's going to drive and post up. Gets the shot to fall. Well, fast pace to start the game. We've had a turnover on each side. Made 3-pointer and now a short mid-range field goal. Cash leads once again 5-3. Nobody there for the passing lane. It is off the outstretched hand of number 3. So Rockets will have another opportunity to kick the ball back in. Teams enter the game with a 9-14 record for the Lady Rockets and a surprisingly low 2-22 record for the Lady Bulldogs. 5:45 remains outside the key. Pump fakes, whips it back over into the corner, trying to get the drive. Again, just a little bit high on the pass, deep down in the corner. She's going to kick it back out top of the key. Jump shot is up and good. And Lady Rockets 2 for 2. We're going to have a push-off foul. Delay of game is the call. First, I thought he was saying that she might have pushed off after the shot. But again, delay of game is called. And so that is a non-foul. And we will head the opposite direction once again. Cash looking to reclaim the lead for the second time in the game. It is the first lead of the game for Mount St. Mary. Jumper again. Woo, they're burning it up. So teams are hot on the perimeter so far. A 6 early lead, 4:40 remains here in the first quarter. Another jumper from the corner. This time she'll miss and calibrate. And it'll be a missed shot, turnover possession. We'll have 2 player substitutions for the Lady Bulldogs. And before we get that opportunity, timeout called Lady Rockets. 4:35 remains here in the first quarter, your PNTV doubleheader games of the day. Back in action, jump shot. Wow. Cash is literally on the verge of ripping the nets loose. Largest lead of the game now at 5. Jump shot, top of the key is good. And we are having a 3-point fest. 3 for 3 for Mount St. Mary. And 3 out of 4 for Cash. And it is an exciting game here in the first quarter. And we're only halfway through. Whips the pass down and almost steals it. Double dish and score is no good. We may have a charge call. That's the case. And it'll immediately give the ball back to Cash here. Another player substitution. So when we took the first time out, 2 players came off the floor for Cash. And now number 3 back on the bench. And we are resuming again. 3:40 remains here in the first quarter. 2-point ball game, 11-9. Class 4A matchup. Possession's going to be maintained by Cash. Looks like it was off the outstretched hand of number 10. Chases the ball back to midcourt, cross pass. She's going to drive, try to get an isolation read, misses the one-handed loft, and we have them crashing on the boards. Cash is trying to get the timeout called before the jump ball. Unfortunately, unable to do so. Possession arrow will favor the Rockets. 3:21 remains in the first quarter. Another substitution for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 1 will head to the bench. Number 15 back on the floor. Well, it is a hopping night here in Oklahoma City. There is a soccer game, a baseball game, and a basketball game. And it is capacity crowd outside. Tried 3 different parking lots and areas. As you can see, we're very close here to the coach's box. So you're going to get an opportunity to count the hairs on some heads here tonight. Inside of 3 minutes to go now. 2-point lead, 11-9. Mount St. Mary has briefly led once, and they have virtually trailed throughout. Jump shot is no good. Crashes the board, squares up, and unable to get the rebounded shot, but she does kick it back out. And 4th shot opportunity. 5th shot is good. And we have a tie ball game once again. So 3rd time in the game, 11 up is the score. That one's going to fly right over the head. It'll be a turnover. Large substitution package for the players coming in 25, 21, and 3. 10, 24. And I think we briefly got 6 players on the floor here. Yep. And 22 coming back off. .219 remains. Flicks the pass into the paint, pivots, kicks back, top of the key. She's going to try to do a backdoor cut. Unfortunately, unable to get to it, and another turnover for the Lady Rockets. And so team swap trades. We cross midcourt, kicks the ball and jumps it, anticipating it. Steal Cash, strips the ball loose, heads up play, block shot, and we have a back-to-back turnover. Wow, easy breezy. Score. And the largest lead of the game now for the Lady Rockets at 2, 13-11. Cross-court pass into the paint, pivots, kicks back out. She's going to drive, isolation read, rejected by the backboard. Good defense by Mount St. Mary. Forces her to take the inside lane, runs out of distance. 1:20 remains. Jump shot is fired off the mark, no good. And this has got the feel of a boys' game. Just back and forth, very quick, peppy, fast pace. You haven't been here to the Mount St. Mary Catholic School. It's a beautiful facility. Lots of I would describe this more as a college campus look. A beautiful facility. Crosses in. That one's going to be anticipated and stolen once again. Just up of Chartel Avenue. All right, possession is going to go to Cash. I didn't catch if it was an outbound pass. Somebody stepped on the line. Double team coverage right at midcourt. It's got one of those rare double lines that makes it, I would assume, graphed out for volleyball would be my assumption. Into the paint, no good. But there is a unique triple box around the midcourt logo, as you can see there. Inside at 40 seconds to go. 2-point lead. This is the first time through the game that neither squad has been able to either take the lead, reclaim the lead, or score after the team scored. And goes to the hoop, misses the one-handed floater, squares up, posts up. She's going to have to kick it back out or put the ball in. We have a violation called in the paint, and another large substitution for the Lady Bulldogs. Seeing more and more coaches do large packages. 14 seconds to go, flies down right by us, kicks it into the paint. Double pass, and we'll have a tie ball game. 5-4. Going to have to really get going, and we're going to run out of time. And your score through one. Mount St. Mary 13. Cash 13. You're watching PNTV coverage. The doubleheader games of the day. Now, the Class 4A matchup has not disappointed so far. Just a reminder, this is homecoming evening, so at halftime of the girls' game, there will be a ceremony. And then again, at halftime of the boys' game, they have something going on. We will be first up. We've got about 2 minutes or so we're going to be on point very quick. So just a reminder, there will be a special award presentation at halftime of the boys' game. Well, we had 5 lead changes. Ball game has been tied up if you count 0-0 5 times. Otherwise, it has been a very competitive game. Largest lead of the game for the Rockets, 2. Largest lead for the Bulldogs has been 5. And three-point shooting has been on display here at a premium. Both teams knocking down multiple buckets. And it was a very fast-paced first quarter. Rocket ball to start the second. Cash won the tip-off and got first crack. And don't know if there's necessarily a method to the madness, but Mount St. Mary just kind of ran out of time right before the first quarter. I don't know if number 2 just didn't realize there was only 5 seconds total, but by the time she crossed the midcourt, it wasn't enough time to get a shot off. Heads up cross court pass, I should say. She flares deep in the paint. She's going to drive, kicks it back out. Unable to get the read. All right, we're going to have a play here set for a backdoor cut, and she just misses, squares up, puts the ball down for authority, loses possession of the ball. And drives, dishes in, almost stolen. This one is. We momentarily have a jump ball, and that may lead to a technical. Players shove off, and so number 10 is going to be flagged, I believe, for this foul. All right, girls battling for position and possession of the ball. Shove off called against number 10, and that is going to lead Cash getting now a flagrant foul with shot opportunities here with possession. First free throw is on its way, and it is good. Hits both free throws. This could theoretically be a 5-point swing Obviously, if you get fouled on a three, you make it and hit the other free throw. It could be a 6-point play, but right now, a huge momentum shift back toward the Lady Bulldogs. Cash kicks it back in. And steal. So ends up not necessarily hurting the Rockets that bad. They give up 2 free throws. And the lead back again, favoring your team in red. We're going to have a blocking foul. So teams very aggressively posting up and going into the paint. Each are really trying to set up their passing lanes and get opportunities to load up the box. So teams trade swats in the paint, and we'll head the opposite direction once again. Kicks the ball loose. We may have a travel, and that is the case. Was losing her possession and the ball and her footing at the same time. Flying by here in a red streak, number 21. .625 remains here in the second quarter. Both teams in good shape as far as fouls, only one on each team. Since the change has been made, third year running now, clock resets at each quarter end. Obviously, fouls reset at each quarter end. And now bonus is 5 fouls accumulated in a quarter. When both teams have 5 fouls, it's then effectively double bonus. Sorry about the obscured path here. We're blocked. Can't really kick him out of the way. I could probably bring a dog to bite him and snip at his ankles, but rebound missed shot. Earlier in the game, number 5 tried to clear out a passing lane and square up and got called for the timeout. And the post up is good. Again, blocked there on the shot, so we won't get the clip for the highlight, but it is back tied again, 15-15. A very, very competitive game here early on. When one team makes a push, the other one responds. When one team turns over, the other one seems to say, here, let me do the same thing. I'd like to once again thank Town and Country RV Park for sponsoring today's feed, highlights, stream, and award presentation at halftime. Mid-range jumper is good. Rockets reclaim the lead. Deep in the corner, you can see a shift here. They're pretty much flaring and popping wide. They're trying to get that indoor cut and then flare, post up, and get an isolation read. She was going for it on the backdoor cut, read perfectly by the defense, and they get the steal. We're going to have a jump ball call. Possession arrow favors Cash. Substitution for the Bulldogs. Number 25 comes back in. So a very effective bench strategy here early on. They've been moving in about 5 players a quarter, give or take. As a result, allow them to stay really fresh and keep a high octane up tempo. 4:35 to go in the second quarter. Back-to-back steals, and this one's going to go coast to coast. Score it. The steal and deal. And that is the largest lead of the game for Mount St. Mary, 19-15. Timeout called Bulldogs. We don't have it flared yet. And they're not going to get it off. Another shot off the rim, no good. Hustles up the rebound. Substitution once again. Kicks it door in the backdoor pass. She's trying to catch, if she can, the opportunity for the lane assignment. They're roving top heavy on the top, roll backwards, and then they're cutting on the wing. And it's paid dividends a couple of times. Otherwise, they've been unable to get their shots and the passes as crisp as they want. So they heard that one. 3:54 remains halfway through the second quarter. Your score, Mount St. Mary 19 and Cash 15. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage, Class 4A action here at Mount St. Mary High School. Yes, Prep Nation. Yep, they can go directly to our page, YouTube channel, and there's a QR code on the graphic. They can scan it. It'll take them right to the tab. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I knew you looked familiar. All right, it ends up being a 60-second timeout call. Just a reminder, if you want to share the link with anybody that wants to watch at home, you can go directly to youtube.com/Prep Nation TV. You can also just search on any search engine, Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, something like that, Prep Nation. It'll take you directly there. On our Facebook page, we also have a graphic of the game. That QR code can be scanned, and you will be able to go directly to the page. We will have the stream up, and at the conclusion of the game, there will be a video highlight reel. Into the paint, shot is no good, and they miss the put-in opportunity. We may have a block out foul call, and that is going to be the case. So each team being very aggressive, and sometimes that does lead to offensive fouls being called. In this particular case, she gets right up into the box to push off and gets called for it. So we have our third team foul. Another turnover will swing and fly back the opposite direction. We're going to have a couple of players right here in front of us. Jump shot is in and out. So after just tearing the nets up the first quarter, Cash kind of cools down here in the second, goes to the paint, shot is no good. She squares up, rebounds. She's going to kick it out and clear. Cross court pass, and here come the Lady Bulldogs. 3 minutes to go before halftime. Drives underneath the bucket, kicks out, top of the key, turns down the shot, pass, and three is no good. 2:50 remains. Getting a play set, slows it down after she crosses midcourt. We're going to have another large package here for Cash. Three players looking to come in. And just off the mark on the pass. Whips it back over in the corner, wide open on the three. Off shot is no good. Hustles up the rebound, gets range of motion, and that will lead to a couple of foul shots coming up. And large substitution. Five new players on the floor. Three for Cash, two for MSM. 2:35 remains here before halftime. Just one final reminder, there will be ceremonies at both halftimes of the girls and boys games. So there will be a lengthier intermission than normal. We will stay live for both of them. 2 for 2 on the free throws. So our part for our award presentation will be at halftime of the boys game. We should be up first. We'll get the first 2 minutes or so. We'll get everything cranked up, moving very efficiently and fast, and then they will start their other ceremony at halftime. Pulls back, resets the play, 2:15 to go here before half. Almost a travel, keeps the maintained foot down, kicks it down into the paint. Shot on the runner is good. And the little 5-6 foot floater, very hard to defend. One of the taller players on the floor, and she absolutely got every angle on that one she could get it. Number 3 heads back on the floor. 21 will go to the bench. The Rockets will get the ball with about a minute and 50 seconds to go. This is the largest lead now for either team in the game. 23-15, up 8 for Mount St. Mary. They have had an exceptionally good second quarter. Just off the path there. Sorry, your view is going to be obscured in a lot of the game here. Just it's a tight court with all the cheerleaders taking both other sides. This is the spot we elected to go. That way we're not right by the door with people coming back and forth. Only other spot would have been really deep down there in that corner. So it is kind of a tight field. Squares up, shot is no good. However, she's fouled. Number 15 will be at the free throw line with 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining. Fourth team fouls, so keep an eye on that. One more, and they'll be in bonus rest of the quarter. And misses them both. So lost opportunity for Cash. And we are now down to a minute to go before halftime. Crosses midcourt. Rockets can be perfectly content just to run the clock out or get one final shot off before the buzzer. Almost a turnover. Just can't quite get the full angle over there in that little box, but we'll do our best. And down to 35 seconds to go. Mount St. Mary's going to take a huge three. Probably better to kind of reshift that and get a closer angle, rejected by the backboard. So this will be an opportunity for Cash to get a shot off the end of the second quarter. Double team trap, putting real defensive pressure on the pass. Just beats the 10 seconds. Outstretched hand off of number 10. We're going to have another substitution. Two more coming. Red flash alert. And they are flying by. 11 seconds to go. And immediately gets a clear lane. Reach in foul call is going to be against number 2. That'll put them in bonus. Free throws coming up. And free throw is no good. And 0 for 4 on back-to-back fouls. So that is definitely an issue for the Lady Bulldogs. They give up a wide-open layup and misses it. Your score at halftime, 23-15, Mount St. Mary. You're watching PNTV coverage. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. All you have to do is go to the home tab and click subscribe. It is free. Anything red and white means that it's active or ongoing. Anything black and white means previously aired or video on demand. If you slide over to the video tab, you'll notice that there are highlights, interviews, and snippets. And then if you go to the playlist tab, that is where you can find game coverage A to Z. Most recent games will be on top, and we do have them stored for up to 4 years. I believe we have about 3,600 give or take game clips up, so there's a lot. It has been a fun quarter, fun first half. 23-15, Mount St. Mary. Folks, the third quarter officially underway here at Mount St. Mary. Just an update to add, we will now be doing our Prep Nation Award presentation at the end of this game. So it will not be at halftime. The halftime performance will be a combo 2-for-1 deal. You will get a POM team performance and a second grade girls exhibition. And that will be a 10-point lead now for Mount St. Mary. First team to have a double-digit lead, largest in the game. If you're curious about the exhibition matchup, it'll be Christ the King versus St. Eugene. And then at approximately 8:15, the varsity boys game resumes. So, sounds ominous. So we had multiple lead changes in the first quarter. It became apparent in the second quarter, Mount St. Mary was making more efficient shots, getting into the paint, clearing out more often. As a result, they were able to build on a 2 to 3 point lead, took it to their largest in the game at the time of 4, and then gradually built it to 10. Both teams missing shots at the end of the first and second quarter, having opportunities to perhaps put some kind of gimme points up on the board and unable to do so. Misses the shot. We're going to have a double pass. Foul called against number 10. She's going to block her out. Be aggressive. And swings the ball back up midcourt. Double pass, and she's going to cross over, have a clear path. And we are now 6:35 to go here in the third quarter. Just a reminder, the conclusion of this game, we will leave the feed up so that we can get the award. However, we're going to do this in parts. So what we're going to do now is end this feed at the end of the game. We'll reset it for Maddie's award presentation. Then we will end that after we do the interviews with her. And then we'll start the feed to the boys' game. So we will have back-to-back 4-0 run to start the third for Mount St. Mary. It is a 12-point lead. Post 7 goes to the paint, misses the shot. Here come the Lady Rockets, whips the pass down in tight coverage, and a beautiful lob pass. We're not going to be able to get that highlight reel due to the substitution. Timeout called Cash. 14-point lead, 29-15, 5:55 remains. Here in the third quarter, you're watching PNTV. So just to reiterate, we will end the feed at this game. We will start one directly for the award presentation. That way we have that for family in a direct upload. And then after we do the interview, we will resume with a feed for the boys' game. So it's going to be a busy, busy activity. At the halftime of the boys' game, there will be a POM performance and then a second grade girls exhibition game. So I believe they're going to extend halftime approximately, let's just say 15 minutes instead of 10 minutes would be my guesstimate of kind of how it will work for the intermission. Cash touching the ball for the fourth time in the quarter. They've been unable to score thus far, and it has been a huge, huge third quarter. Oh, nice lean in, and she's going to get the touch. Contact foul. Shot is good. And a potential 3-point play. Second team foul against Mount St. Mary. And knocks it down. Misses the mid-range jumper on the turnaround. I think she was trying to prevent the block shot, and as a result, just a little too much oomph on the shot right along mid-court. She's going to come flying down right here in the corner, kicks it into the paint. Can't quite maintain possession of the ball. We're blocked here in view. Stolen. She's going to pull back and slow it down. I think two flared real quick, and she outdistanced the pass potentially. Jump shot is no good. Right along the line, hustles up the rebound. A full court press in some parts for the Rockets has paid off huge dividends here in the third quarter. Another intercepted steal, and on the pass, and Rockets really dialing in and timing those perfectly now. Going to have three more players coming in. We've got a couple of players here right beside us, so welcome them for check-in. It is an all-state award, and we'll have a full package, almost the entire roster coming off the floor, 4 out of 5. So Mount St. Mary hits the first free throw of 2. Substitution for the Bulldogs with 4 players on the floor. And knocks them down both back to a 13-point lead. 31-18, 4:14 remains here in the third quarter. Jump shot is no good. I think that was a good no contact foul. Both players going for position. Jump shot is up and woo, good. Ross rips the net. Jump shot is up and no good. Zero. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Scored. 2-point bucket back to 14. Largest lead of the game so far has been 16. And Mount St. Mary back with the ball in the deep in the perimeter. Loses possession momentarily. She'll pull back out. 2 minutes to go here before the end of the third. You're watching PNTV coverage brought to you by Town & Country RV Park. Our sponsor for today's live stream, video highlights, that 3-point bucket, and an All-State Player Award. It is 37-20. You're watching Class 4A girls basketball on PNTV. 5 total fouls in the quarter, 2 against Mount St. Mary, 3 against Cache. So each team doing fairly well. It has just been kind of one of those days at the office for Cache. A very promising first quarter and then lots of missed opportunities. Perfect example right there on the little 2-footer. Jump ball is the call. Possession arrow is going to stay with Cache, though. To the hoop. Oh, she just misses. I don't know if she jinxed herself. She did look like she kind of froze that there for a second. I think it surprised her that she was that wide open. Short of the closing speed on the back end of the play, she was wide open. 1:19 to go. Kicks it back in. She's going to drive isolation read, pulls back, resets the play, drives, pulls back, kicks it back over. So we are in 4-corner fire drill delay ball. You see this a lot toward the end of quarters. Textbook maneuvers. It'll be cross passes, flare, wide perimeter, wide wing. She'll drive, pull 2 or 3 defenders, got the steal. So turnover perfectly played and steals it right back. I apologize, folks. He doesn't realize we're right behind him here. 38 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter. Thirty-nine 20. 19-point lead. Steps on the line. Nope. Foul call. Correction. Number 20 flag for the reach-in foul. Deep pass is intercepted and stolen. Down to 15 seconds to go. Post up, pivot, spin. Shot is off the mark. No good. Wicked rebound kind of vortex on trying to grab the ball. We could have had multiple foul calls there. Shove off and block is the call. We're going to head the opposite direction with 9 seconds remaining. That is officially the 6th foul of the quarter. That'll put them at bonus to shoot once again. 2 free throws coming up. Free throw number 1 is good. 41 to 20. I've got a discrepancy on our encoder panel here. I'm going to wait till the end of the quarter before I adjust it. 41-20 is the score. That one is just going to say, you know what, you didn't want to change it after all, did you? So it was a three-pointer. However, the score was 20, makes it 41-23 through 3. So for the first time in the game, one of the teams able to get a shot off at the end of the quarter. First quarter, number 2 cross midcourt. Jesse unable to pull the trigger. Second quarter, opportunity again for a last-second shot. Teams traded 3 turnovers in the last 1 minute. And we head now to the fourth quarter with a commanding 18-point lead for the Lady Rockets. Three down and 1 to go. Largest lead of the game now has been momentarily 21 points. Mount St. Mary led 41-20, and then the quarter buzzer beating 3 immediately trims it back to 18. Rockets will kick the ball in to start the fourth quarter here. Been a balanced scoring performance. Number 2 with 7, number 2 with 8. Number 10 with 7 points, number 2 with 8, number 5 with 10, number 20 with 14 for the Rockets. It's a very successful formula. If you could have 4 starters, potentially all in double digits. And they are only now 1 point away from number 10 joining that club and 1 bucket away from number 2. Backdoor cut and score. Just misses the finger roll. And passes off the mark. This is going to be chased down, stolen, and puts up and no good. Going to be off the outstretched hand of number 10. 2 players coming in for the Bulldogs. Double team almost steals the pass. Just beats out a potential jump ball. 3-point shot. And it is Mo Money. (46-25). Downtown. There's something about 21 points. Cash does not like that. It has been that now 3 times. They've immediately got it back each opportunity. Hustles up the rebound. She's going to ricochet the pass off the leg of number 12. It'll be a possession maintained by the Rockets. 5:52 remains. And just missing the putback shot. We're going to have a reach over the back. Number 5 will be at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Free throw number one is good. All right, Ross at midcourt. Shoots, drives, pulls. An absolute wrecking crew tonight here. 17 points. Oh, beautiful pass in the paint. Score after the assist. And man, that was a razor sharp one hand power push into the paint, man. Fire that one in. Rocket indeed. 4:40 remains. Ball is momentarily stripped loose. And it may be off of number 22 in the battle for regaining possession. Knocks it back out of bounds. Mount St. Mary will kick the ball here at half court. They've got their largest lead of the game, 50-28. We're going to have another substitution here. Number one coming back on the floor. 22 will head to the bench. If the score, or the record, I should say, is correct, definitely the best 2-22 team I've ever seen. Very hard to believe that they've only won 2 games the entire season. They have played really hard. Jasmine cuts to the bucket and gets another really hard and well-earned score. That one ricocheted off the backboard. However, Cash is going to maintain possession of that. 4:16 remains. (52-30). Get the wrong button once again there. 3:07 remains. Jump shot outside the key, and it is downtown. All right, folks. That is her first bucket of the game. So right now, 3 starters from Mount St. Mary in double digits. Number 10 only needs 1 free throw to make it 4 out of 5. And now number 4 should have to get on the heater in here and rattle off 7 straight points needed, but there's been several heads-up plays. Maintain possession for the Rockets. We'll have a substitution again. Number 3 coming in, and number 21 heads back to the bench. Number 15 likewise heads back to the bench. and returns back to the floor. Jump shot, Ross. And it is another 3-point dagger. 58-30, 28-point lead. Rockets. There you go, folks. I'm hoping she'll turn around so we can get her with the side. You can see right there, just added her to the 1,500 point club, is my understanding. Well, Inslee will finish 1 point shy of making it 4 starters in double digits. And there she goes. This is the free throw, and we will have the opposite direction. About 2:10 to go. And this is going to be a victory. Game one will go the way of the Rockets. We're going to have several things coming up here quickly. So just to let everybody know, at the end of this game, we will do a Prep Nation award. There will also be a swim, GB, basketball, esports, and robotics ceremony. And then the varsity game for the boys is expected to start sometime around 7:35 p.m. Not saying that's going to be the exact start time, but that is the itinerary time. And then at halftime, the boys game, there will be a POM team performance and a second grade exhibition game. And that will lead to a resume section as well. So we're looking at about a 15-minute intermittent period for the boys' game. So just giving you a heads up. At the conclusion of this game, we'll end the game feed. We will do one just for the award presentation side. And then we will have the third section will be the game coming up for the boys. We'll have it about 5 minutes before tip off. And final substitution now for Mount St. Mary. Well, it's been a dizzying display of substitutions. Pretty much, I think everybody on the floor and on the bench has interchanged about 7, 8 times a quarter. And so it's kept them fresh. Been very competitive, even though it is a one-sided score. Just can't quite keep possession of the ball. And a pump fake, 1:20 to go. Wide open on the jump shot. It is off the mark, no good. Can't quite grab the rebound. She's going to lose it on the touch. It'll be a rocket ball, 1:08 to go. Jump shot is on its way and goes the wrong side of the backboard. That one tracked the goal just on the flip side.
Swim, girls, both basketball, esports, robots. Pilates will start our ceremony right after this game. Williams Thomas Wood, now 61. Pass 30. That's the opening. Good luck.